Oh my god. Oh, you clowns have gone and done it now. You clowns have gone and done it now. Thor, Love, and Thunder. Oh my god. Completely disregarding the fact that only Hemsworth would be as so goddamn desperate. Publicly, openly goddamn desperate that he's the only original OG Avengers still hanging on to the absolute sinking ship, the dying mass, the cancerous mass known as the MCU. Disregarding that fact entirely, who the fuck wrote this trash? Who thought it was a good idea to have garbage like this populating the cinemas? Because it sure as shit wasn't me. It sure as shit wasn't me. I mean, my god, did you see that fucking trailer? First off, this is without a doubt the worst movie trailer I have ever seen in my 58 years, bar fucking none. Bar fucking none. Oh, but Dad Metal, the trailer was so funny and it set the tone for the movie and we all love seeing female Thor. Dude, let me tell you something right now. As much as I absolutely detest, resent, and deplore Chris Hemsworth, I do not need to see fucking female Thor taking up the mantle here and Thor passing the torch here. You know what's even more ridiculous is the fact that they have completely abandoned Fat Thor. What happened to Fat Thor? By making Fat Thor, you instantly made one of the superheroes more relatable to 98% of your audience than any of these talentless hacks have attempted through their so-called acting. All right, let's be clear. You want to talk about acting chops? You want to talk about Oscar-worthy acting chops? Probably shouldn't be looking at Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, or that fucking joke Mark Ruffalo. These are idiots who have stumbled away into making millions because a bunch of talentless, devoid of intellectual thinking idiots such as yourselves have decided that you're going to pay buttloads of money to see their faces plastered against CGI backgrounds. What a bunch of fucking idiots you are. Who's the real punchline to the joke here? But now we have Thor, Love, and Thunder. All right? Now, let's find some common ground, you and me. You're clearly here because you love Thor. I'm here telling you that Thor absolutely sucks. Let's find some common ground. We can all admit that the best Thor movie was Thor: The Dark World. Thor: The Dark World took the series in a bold, dark, striking new direction. And then what happened? They had to come along and make Thor a fucking comedy act. I have never felt more secondhand embarrassment than I have sitting in the theater for the duration of the runtime of Thor Ragnarok. Like, my god, if that was Ragnarok, Kratos, you have nothing to fear, my friend, because that movie was the biggest steaming pile of shit I have ever seen. Yet, it seems as though, in typical Disney fashion, they're not content to let it lie. They need to one-up themselves by producing an even bigger pile of steaming shit. This time we've got Thor, Love, and Thunder. Never mind the fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy dominated half the trailer. And who gives a fuck? Who fucking cares about the Guardians of the Galaxy? It is 2022. Look, you want a fanboy about Guardians of the Galaxy back in 2014 when the first movie hit because you got to see a fucking walking tree and some goddamn CGI raccoon voiced by Bradley Cooper getting all you furries harder than a goddamn rock, be my guest. But we're 8 years after the fact. Guardians of the Galaxy needs to die. Matter of fact, Thor needs to die. The MCU should have died with Infinity War, yet you all are content to eat that shit that Disney is shoveling into your mouths known as the MCU. Like, who the fuck liked Eternals? Who the fuck thought Black Widow hung with the best of the Marvel movies? Who thought Black Widow was on par with Captain America or Iron Man? Again, both very overrated, garbage-ass movies in their own right, but Black Widow was so much worse. And now we have Thor, Love, and Thunder, a.k.a. Thor the teenage years. I mean, did you see that fucking trailer? Thor fucking whining about, oh, I'm gonna hang my sword up. It's time to go find myself. Like, bro, if you haven't found yourself and you're like 300 years old and you're a Norse god, you might need to sort out your fucking priorities. Thor Love and Thunder? More like Thor melodramatic bullshit. Alright? First off, Natalie Portman, get your ugly skank ass out of here. We know that you left because you thought you were better than the MCU. It blew up beyond your wildest dreams. And now what? You want some of that Marvel money? That ain't the way it works, girlfriend. Nobody wants your ugly ass back. Go take your skank hoe ass back to the set of Annihilation 2 while A24 attempts to shit out yet another unsuccessful sequel. You fucking bitch. And as for Hemsworth and the rest of the clowns behind this movie, it's Ragnarok 2.0. Thor the Dark World did something every MCU movie wishes they did and has tried and failed multiple times to capture, and that is create a captivating, dark, gritty aesthetic. And you know what? Thor Love and Thunder, they've said fuck it. They're going all in on the colorful aesthetic. They're going all in on the whiny, emo, teenage Thor bullshit about finding yourself and your true purpose and just trying to discover who you are. Discover who you are? Discover who you are? Dude, I guarantee you right now, fucking Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are laughing their fucking ass off because while their movies in the MCU and their characters in the MCU respectively were complete jokes, they dipped before Marvel was unashamedly stooping to the lowest of lows. Thor Love and Thunder is an absolute abortion of a film. This is a disgusting practice that we should not, cannot, absolutely will not stand for. That is why I am organizing the first and the official hashtag Thor Love and Thunder boycott. The official boycott structured by yours truly, Dead Metal. We're going to extend the giant rigid middle finger collectively to Marvel and tell them enough is enough. You've been milking away at this shit for fucking 14 years. We have put up with shitty film after shitty film. We have seen you dumb down and bastardize the characters we grew up with in the comics. Yeah, comics, you know, where you have to do a little bit of actual reading, not anything that you Gen Z clowns with the attention span of a goddamn goldfish on your TikTok and your fucking Instagram reels would know anything about. Alright, but we have seen this company completely ruin every single thing, every single character, every single film, every single franchise it gets its hands on. Star Wars fans had to watch the slow death of their childhood. Marvel fans have watched the complete demonization and the clueless attempts at capturing the comic magic go unfulfilled in failure after cinematic failure. There has been exactly one good Marvel movie of the last 15 years, and you know what? It wasn't even an MCU movie. It was Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four brought the fire. Fantastic Four brought the thunder that Thor Love and Thunder could only fucking dream about bringing. Fantastic Four did in a single film what the MCU has been trying to do and failing at collectively over the last 14 goddamn years, and it pisses me off to no end, to no fucking end, that now that Marvel has their greedy little hands on X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that shit that 20th Century Fox pussied out and sold to them, they're gonna bastardize it even further. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Patrick Stewart showing up. My God, you know they've thrown enough money at Hugh Jackman at this point to get him back. They're gonna ruin. My God, I shudder at the thought of what they're gonna do to Deadpool. But then again, Deadpool is an absolute joke. If breaking the fourth wall is your character, you do not have a character. You have a caricature. All right. And much like Deadpool is a caricature who is a complete failure on every single front, disgusting ass hero, Thor Love and Thunder has failed before it even released because they have lost the narrative. They lost the narrative 4 fucking films ago. But the point is this. Everything you loved about Thor is dead and gone. Everything you loved about this franchise, dead and fucking gone. So, Thor Love and Thunder. You want my final rating? You want my final prediction? 12% on Rotten Tomatoes because some women can't take their eyes off Hemsworth. Everyone else with half a brain can see the absolute catastrophe that this thing will be a mile away. Stay far away, folks. Thor Love and Thunder, more like Thor Failure and Regret.